Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to a Facebook Live here with Rhonda. Today is my Christmas class, so we are going to be doing a whole class for you today. It is the second one. I'm doing 5 Christmas classes for you. So when you get here, definitely jump in and say hi. I'm going to make sure that I'm going live in the right place, and I'm going to try to watch your comments. And those of you who know me know I typically don't necessarily read comments, but since this is a class, I want to be here to be able to help you as well and answer questions that you have. So as we are just waiting for everybody to come on here, I am going to, let's see, I am going to find you on my screen. You guys just flipped. Don't know why. I actually didn't touch any buttons and you flipped, but we're gonna see why if you're flipped here on my screen. We're gonna pull you up. So today, and actually this whole week, we've been really busy here in the studio, shipping out classes and retreats and all kinds of stuff. All right, no, I think with you guys, we might be good. We're not. You are flipped on my screen, but that's okay. As long as I'm not flipped where you can see me, then that's what matters. So today, we are going to have our second Christmas class. I have 3 cards to show you and teach you how to make, and then 1 gift card holder. One of my things that I make a lot of during Christmas time is gift giving and gift card holders. So last week we had a little box that we showed you, and then this week I have a gift card holder that is made out of designer series paper. Let me ask, do any of you guys have any extra designer series paper, maybe some 12 by 12 that you could use? I think we all probably have quite a bit of it. So this project is going to use a whole half a sheet, so you can make up lots of them. I'm sure you got some beautiful Christmas paper that you can use. So we're going to be, how my classes work are, I'm going to show all of you, if you would like the class sent to your door. So I do packets. Boy, do we do packets. Hey girls, how many packets did we do this week?
Lost count.
One said they lost count and one just said a lot. I couldn't even venture to guess. I would say probably 2,000 or 3,000 in the past just couple weeks. So we do a lot of packets here. I have an incredible team that helps me. And so when you order, how you get this class is that you place an online order in my online store. And I shared the link with you right here. It actually should already be up here on this screen. But I'll also share with it to you afterwards. And if you're on my email list, I'll share it with you again. But there's a link that you have to use because then that goes directly to this class. So when you order in my online store, you have to put in at least a $35 order, and then I will send the packet to you for free. So what you get in your packet is the cardstock prepped and ready for you, and like the designer series paper. I do most of the die cutting unless I specify that I won't. Like if it's a bundle that I'm using, and I'll say you kind of have to have that bundle. But we'll do all that prep work for you. So then you can get the kit in, and then you just gotta grab your own stamps and your own ink, and then you'll be able to create your cards. So I show you 3 cards, and you are going to make 2 of each of them. So 6 cards in a packet, and then you'll also make the other project. So this one, you'll make 1 gift card holder. And I will send those out to you next week. You have until Monday at midnight to place your order in my online store, and then I'll send it to you. I'm gonna be watching your, yes. Okay, so, and then if your order goes over $50, then I have a bonus gift for you, like a whole gift. And this week's, let me show you, is really awesome because they are actually not available right now. But it's the Festive Pearls. So the Festive Pearls, and they're in this package, but they, oh, I just ripped that package. That's all right, this is mine. It's a brand new package. Do you know why? Because I have already used up all of my other ones. So this is the Festive Pearls. That is going to be our free gift. If your order is over $50, I will add that in there. I'm gonna leave that out of the package because we're gonna use those a lot. All right, are you guys ready to get started? We have about 100 of you on here. I know others will join as we go. If you're obviously watching the replay, we're so glad that you're here as well. Let's jump into the cards. My brain is a little, I'm gonna forewarn you from the very beginning. It's gonna be a little scattered. We've been, again, packaging and prepping hundreds and thousands of kits, so my brain is really focused on that and postage. So now we're gonna switch to make Christmas cards, but I can do it. All right, let's jump in. So I'm gonna show you what I'm kind of featuring. I always kind of like to pick a couple different things, and so then you'll know what you need to purchase to be able to complete. The first stamp set I'm gonna be using is the Hope and Peace stamp set. You know what? I think everything's gonna be backwards for you guys. I forgot to hit a button, but it's all right. Usually I have it the right way. And then the other one is the Decorated with Happiness. So for my customers that do take a lot of my classes, we featured this in the Retreat in a Box, so you probably own it. And then also the Hope and the Peace. If you don't own these, by the time you're done today, you are really, really going to want to. Just trust me. All right, so our first card, let's just jump, we're just gonna jump in here. All right, Michelle's a deep breath. I probably need to take one. All right, so we are going to be using soft seafoam, which is definitely one of my favorite colors, especially for Christmas, but spring kind of year round. So soft seafoam. And I'm gonna be featuring the Splendid Day Designer Series paper. I picked this one because last week, who watched my Christmas class last week? I would love to know that. So last week, I did a lot of cute, playful cards. Today, I want to focus on maybe some more pretty, glitzy, glamorous cards. I think, or just soft. And so we're going to be using the Splendid Day Designer Series paper. So again, if you get the packet, we'll cut the piece for you, but you guys can also order a whole pack of this. So one side is very shiny. Ooh, can you see that? And the other side is beautiful, like muted colors, fresh freesia, soft seafoam, petal pink. And I'm also going to be using this piece later. I love it. It's like a Sahara sand. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be featuring. So I'm using this piece right here. It's one of my favorites. You know I love you guys when I use my favorite paper. This is, it's like a soft seafoam, but it has just like leaves. And I guess, you know what? It also has some, I didn't notice it, but it has little ladybugs on there too. So you could definitely use it for spring too, but there's some little ladybugs hiding. That's the first time I noticed that. All right, so we're gonna be featuring this paper. I am also today featuring another one of my favorite papers, and this one is on low inventory right now. It's still available, but it's on low inventory. So if you want to order it, I would recommend today. But it is this pack of, it's new in the holiday catalog, of this just glimmer sparkle paper. But it's the 3 different colors of gold, then the evergreen, and then the seafoam. So I'm gonna be making a couple cards with this all day today too. So I'm not gonna put that back in its package. All right, so this one, that's what I'm gonna show you what I'm using. I already cut everything and I already prepped it so that today would hopefully go a little bit, go faster. But we're gonna fold our 5.5 by 8.5 in half. So when you do purchase the class, so you put your order in on the online store, I will send you the tutorials and the directions. So for instance, the people who ordered last week's class, I sent them the directions. Their kit shipped out yesterday, and I sent them the directions, I think yesterday or today. So you will get the directions with step-by-step directions, and you'll also get all the measurements. And if you are on my creative corner, it'll be on there too. All right, so I took that beautiful paper I told you, cut it 4 by 5.25, and that's gonna go on there. One of my things I love to do is to add a layer of vellum. When I'm going for kind of a softer feel, then I a lot of times will go to my vellum. So I just cut a piece of vellum. I'm putting just glue here in the middle because we're gonna see the edges. And I love to do that. I love to do that a lot. So a lot of times if I just want it to be a softer, prettier card, I'll just throw on a little piece of vellum there. All right, the next thing I did is I am using the Fabulous Frames set of dies. And if you guys don't have it, I love it. I've used this a lot. And it creates all these different frames and this label, and then there's the corner pieces. So I went ahead, I did this already, but I ran through the this frame with that gold glitz, see? And then you got this middle piece that you can still use on a different card, but I wanted the frame. So we're gonna be using this again later too. So we're going to glue this down. Oh, goodness gracious. Here we go, we're starting with the green glue. Remember last time, if you watched me, the green glue and I had a little of a fight. And the green glue won. It definitely won the fight. There's no doubt about it. It came out the winner. Today, I am going to win. So I'm gonna put just very thin lines of our green glue, our Tombow glue. I know a lot of people love that glue. And it is awesome. I told you, I'm getting better with it, but last week was not good. All right, so I'm just gonna lay that down there. And I use the green glue when I have like thinner pieces I want to glue down, and it really does hold very good. So we're just gonna put that down there. I can do this and go, so there. Okay, so I added that beautiful piece of the gold, right? The next thing I'm going to do is I want to, we have this new, I'm gonna tease you guys here. For those of you who are not a demonstrator or part of Stampin' Up, where you can order from them directly, we have this new thing coming called the framed florets, and it's ovals. So I wanted an oval for this, and we have not had an oval in our catalog until now. So you can get this now if you buy the starter kit. The starter kit is on sale until Monday. You get an extra $30 in free product, so you could get you could get this bundle in your starter kit. But I just wanted this oval, so I ran through this oval before we started, and but look at all these other ovals and all these. It has flowers and leaves and sprigs. I love the framed florets. But I'm teasing you here because I ran it through. It also gives you this frame, which. There we go. But I'll save this frame for another card. But I wanted this oval because look at that. See, I'm so happy we have ovals. I am it's the small things that make me happy. And having an oval dies definitely makes me happy. So I wanted to show you that's where I got this oval from. So again, if you don't have it and you want it right now, then you are gonna want to buy the starter kit. And again, it's on sale. All right, so on that oval, we're gonna stamp I'm using the stamp set, Hope and Peace. I love this one. And I'm gonna use, let's see, what color? I think I got basic gray. I use basic gray a lot for my words, just because I want it to be dark, but not like stark, like black. And I know, this is gonna be backwards. I forgot to flip my camera before I started. I told you, my brain is a little bit distracted today, but it's all right. You'll get the gist of how beautiful it is. So, look how pretty, it's so pretty. We're going to take our dimensionals. So if you ordered the Retreat in the Box, you guys, we're shipping them out today. The videos and the tutorials will also, I was just filming the videos, they will go out tonight, so I'll send you an email to look for it, but we hope you love it. So we're so excited about it. So this says, peace on earth, goodwill to men. I want to add a little bit of ribbon. Again, a newbie. This is a new ribbon. It's soft and just like, it's almost like flowing like water. It's so soft and beautiful. I'm gonna just tie, it's soft seafoam. So if you don't have it, I love the soft seafoam paper, ribbon, and then the glitter paper. So now it's what this is why we buy from Stampin' Up. It's because of the coordination. Coordination is what is so important when it comes to your projects. That's what makes them look good. I'm really not that good, but I don't mess around with it. I stick with the coordination, and then usually whatever I make just turns out beautiful. And you guys think that I'm like super good, but really it's just Stampin' Up does the coordination for me. So I just tied a bow there, and I did that while I was talking too. So I was trying to distract myself from how difficult it is to tie a bow when you're on video. Just stick up there at the top. So Isn't that one so pretty? You can just see how the paper in the background shimmers, then the gold really shimmers. And last but not least, I told you, these festive pearls are awesome. This is obviously gold and silver. And then there's this like blue, but guess what? When I put it with this soft sea foam, it looks like soft sea foam. And this also is like a red, but when I put it with a pink, it looks pink. So this is the free gift with purchase. I'm actually gonna sprinkle in some gold. So when you put your online order in to get this class, that's how you get this class, then you're going $35, you get the card kit shipped to you, and I pay for the shipping on it. And then, but if you spend over $50, you're gonna get a package of the pearls. So I went ahead and just put a few of them on there. There you go. Here's card number 1. What do you guys think about it? You know, I didn't show this last week, but this is what I love to do with my designer series paper as well, is, and I won't, let's see here, let me grab, I've got that scrap piece somewhere. I always believe in no naked, it's at the very back, of course, no naked, here we go, envelopes. So I always just put a little bit of adhesive back there. I would take my scrap paper, I think I left it on my desk, but again, I am all about using my paper. So this way that when the person gets it, it feels like a present, like right in the mailbox. I mean, a homemade card is so much better, which we know that, and we need to share that with others. Like, you guys have a gift, like you have such a gift. And we make cards because we love it, right? We love making cards, but really your cards are very special. And so we gotta make sure we're actually sending them out and using them. They make such a difference in people's lives. So there you go. So now when this shows up in somebody's mailbox, let me tell you, they are going to be so impressed. They're gonna love it. Okay, so there is card number 1. We're gonna move on now to card number 2. Oh, I didn't show you this. I wanted to show you that paper, that glimmer paper. Look at it on these cards. So here it is, it's showing all 3 of them. So you want to make sure you get that. It's in the holiday catalog. Yep, and there it is there too. So, and it has the evergreen, the gold, and the soft sea foam. Oh, here's my last one. There you go. This was my last Creating for Christ class, which I do these tutorials for free. Yes, someone said that my words are backwards. I know. I can't change it now. I'd have to start over. So just this one, you're gonna have to learn to read backwards. All right, so the next card we're doing, I went with more of a, well, let's see, I'm just gonna make it for you. So last time, again, I did a lot more playful. This time I wanted to do a little bit more like, traditional Christmassy, but that's also a little bit of glitz. So when I think of glitz, I add gold. So on this one, I add the gold shimmer. This one, I used it's the brushed metallic paper, and it has 3 different shades of gold. So this one is this shade of gold. I am using that same Splendid Day paper, because see, one side is shiny, then the other side is kind of muted. Yes, Jean, it would make such a beautiful wedding card too. Yeah, so this is obviously Christmas, but then you could just switch that to, happy anniversary, or, your wedding day or something like that. You could absolutely do that. All right, so I ran through a scalloped contour. This is the largest one that we have. And I'm using Sahara Sand cardstock, which, see, I told you, like it looks, this piece matches Sahara Sand perfectly. So if you have the Splendid Day, you got some variety of some colors that you can use. All right, this one I'm switching. I told you the other bundle that I am focusing on is the Decorated with Happiness. And the bundle is $51.25. And you get this awesome stamp set. Oh, I do know, Arlena, oh, never mind, I have it here too. And then you have all these dies. You have ornaments and pines. I love these little stars. And then we have the snowflakes and more little stars and more little stars. So you can have stars everywhere and lots of different ornaments. So that is one that we're also focusing on. All right, but for this one, you do need to have the larger block. So that's what I was gonna have Arlena get, but I actually thought I forgot it and I didn't. It's here. All right, so I'm gonna be stamping directly on the designer series paper. That's why I love this piece. I love this piece because it's gonna give me the ability to actually stamp directly on it instead of just, you know, regular white or vanilla, which I do a lot too, but I need to grab a scrap piece of paper because I'm gonna be going off the edge here. All right, so I'm just using the Evening Evergreen and I'm gonna stamp. My first one I want to actually create like a branch where I'm gonna hang some ornaments from there. And then I have a couple others. And then you can just create as much of the evergreen background as you want. So I'm just gonna create some more of the evergreen background there. Let me clean this off. All right, so, oh, thank you. All right, I love seeing you guys all on here. All right, we're gonna clean this off, well, the best I can. Let's see, I'm gonna make a mess. Whenever I use, well, I always have inky fingers. It's just, it is who I am. Sometimes when I go get my nails done, my poor nail lady, I'm like, trust me, I don't have like, so now it looks like I've got like green fingers. She knows it's because I'm stamping. Like, oh, you must have been busy today creating. I'm like, yes, I was. All right, so now there are these background images. So this is what they call two-step stamping. And I ink it up and then you stamp it. This is funny. We're gonna stamp it off, but I actually put the stamp on backwards, which is kind of funny that I noticed that before I stamped it. Because it's photopolymer, that is easy to do. So don't do it very often, but I did this time. So I needed to put the other side on the outside. Oh boy, there you go. Let's try that again. So I inked up the leaves, then you stamp it off because I don't want it quite so dark. And then I'm just gonna line this up with that. And that just gives me my pretty background image. All right, and I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. And the same thing for this one. All right, so I just added in, I don't know, I feel like just putting one more right there, just because. So we're just gonna stick that there. I am going to, we're gonna use that color again. I want it, boy, this evergreen is, it's a juicy pad. I think I did re-ink it because I've been using it a lot. So I think that's why. Anyway, I just wanna clean it off a little bit. Good morning. Yeah, if you guys are just joining, we already did one card, so you'll have to go back and watch the replay on that one. All right, I'll show it to you at the end though. All right, now we're next going to use, we're gonna stamp the words, and there is Boughs of Jolly. Bows, I'm not sure how you guys all say it. Look, that one's gonna, so, but I'm gonna, and I like to stamp that first before I put anything else on to make sure that I get it in the right. And I'm just using Evening Evergreen on this card. I'm not using any other color. So even in this whole class, I think this whole class, I'm gonna use maybe 3 or 4 stamp pads and then that's it. I never cleaned this stamp off and I'm going to, because those of you who know me know I'm gonna be sticking my hand everywhere. And the paper, we're gonna try to keep this a little bit clean. All right, so look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? That simple, that's all just stamps, ink, and paper. Let's put these back. And now we're just gonna go ahead and assemble this and see what we do from there. You guys, what the heck? I don't even know how that happened. I think I like stuck my hand in the stamp pad. I didn't. Oh boy, that's good. I'm actually traveling tonight. I'm going to New York. I'm flying out tonight. So yep, I still have to go home and pack. I still have to ship out 132 Retreat in the boxes, but Jane and Arlena are helping me right now. And then I have to go home and pack, and then I have to go to the airport. So I get to the airport, they're gonna call the cops over. I'm definitely gonna get searched with these hands. All right, so then I'm going to just glue that down to a piece of that the gold. Now for those of you who are what's the word? More frugal. You can actually, like for this, because that's a lot of gold, and you could actually take a box cutter or just a cutter and you can cut out the middle so you can use that for another card. But I am not. I'm less patient. I just don't have the patience to be frugal. All right, so there is the background of our card. I'm gonna glue this right down. And now I'm gonna show you the reason why I love this decorated with happiness, because this is what it is. Like, oh, upside down, right side up. There we go. First of all, love the scallop contours. Do every single one of you already own this, right? Yeah, Annette saw me do it. When I flipped my chamois over, I stuck my hand in all the other ink I just put on there. I'm going for my father is being inducted into the Hall of Fame, where he went to high school, so in the state of New York. And he's being inducted for him and his twin brother. His twin brother died of leukemia when he was 19, but they were incredible athletes. They still hold the records at their school for pole vaulting and some other things in track. And so anyway, that's what I'm going to New York for. I'm so proud of my daddy. All right. So to make this go a little faster, I already did some of the work for us, but I ran through some of these ornaments. Again, in the dies, it has these, I used some of that gold glitz I already showed you. And then I'm just going to, I did stamp. There's an ornament that matches exactly. So of course you could, here we go. I am really scared to get this stamp pad out. I don't know, me and this stamp pad right now are just having a lot of, we're having fun together. We are just all over each other. There we go. But look at that, photopolymer lines up perfectly. All right, Mr. Evening Evergreen. I love you, but I'm putting you aside and I'm not cleaning you right now. All right, so then I'm going to glue this down. We're gonna use our green glue again and just little bits of it, little bits. I really don't want to fight with this guy today. Having green hands and then sticky hands would be a recipe for disaster. So I just put some green glue on there. What I would have done if I'm mass producing this, I would have used adhesive sheets. Do you guys all have those? I didn't do that. That's what I would have done if I was making because you could make lots of these. That's one of the things that I love to tell you, like when you copy my cards, they're designed to be able to make lots. Like my stuff is very simple, but that's the reason why. All right, so I made this ornament. You could make this any color if you don't like the green. Yes, exactly, the adhesive sheets is definitely. I know, so my uncle, I never met him. He died when he was 19 of leukemia. But my dad was his identical twin. So my dad tried to obviously give him bone marrow transplants, and my dad had to go through a lot his senior year. He was in charge of taking my uncle to all of his appointments and stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna add on our ornament. I'm going to take, one of the things I think is a must-have right now, look, this is Ronda, it's all messy. Go figure. We're going to be using the gold twine. And so the gold and silver twine, I think, are must-have. I go through, I don't know, this is like my 5th package this month. But I also like it for December because I use it like when I'm doing Christmas decorations and packaging. I use a lot of this gold and silver twine. So, and I'm sure if you're a part of my card club, I think I gave it to you guys last month, maybe. Anyway, I use it a lot. So I'm just gonna trim that off. I did a double bow, but you see how easy this is to tie? This is really easy to tie. This one, you saw, it was like lickety split. It was easy. So I'm just gonna grab a mini glue dot, and there you go. This one might be my favorite. I don't wanna sway anybody, but what do you think about that one? Isn't it? It's just so beautiful. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna sprinkle on some of these, and these furls, they're called festive pearls, but you can call them furls. They are actually really little, so they're almost like flat. So you can ship these without like extra postage. sometimes we get these really awesome embellishments, but then they're like really bulky, and then you gotta pay extra. But not these. These are actually quite little. All right, what do you think about that one? Classy card. Yes, that's how I would describe it. It's classy. It is actually, again, if you could see the light, it is so sparkly. All right, so there's card 1, card 2. Remember, when you place your order, the class is you get pieces for 2, and we will run the ornaments for you, so you've got the ornaments too. All right. Oh boy, here we go. And look, that was my sample. This one I actually made a sample because I didn't want to screw it up. All right, let's go to our third card. Our third card is, look, lots and lots of white. I love using white. And I wanted to show you, this is kind of a neat technique, and look, I'm gonna make a mess of this white paper, but I'm gonna try not to. So I'm taking a half a sheet of our thick basic white and folding that in half. And then I always love to show you like multiple uses of the things that I am encouraging. First of all, you have to know and trust that I am going to only ever encourage you to purchase things that I truly believe in and that I use over and over and over again. And one of them is this fabulous frames. So I always like to use things multiple times to give you guys the best value. So again, those of you who are watching, like the decorative pines, my retreat people, we used that, which this is one of my, using that decorative pines, look how cute that is. And we use them for our make and takes. I gotta show you this one. Here's another sample with, again, not as Christmassy colors, but it's the same kind of concept, right? So you can use that decorative pines, and you can make the one that I did for you guys today. That is, very more traditional and again glitzy, classy. That's the word Jennifer used. Or you can go with more of our non-traditional Christmas playful colors. All right, that was a little sneak peek for those of you who are taking the retreat in a box. Those are two of your make and takes. Okay, so for this one, I ran through the frame, and so when I have the white frame, and then I have this inside piece that I can use. So what I want to do is I want to show you, and maybe I'm the only one, but I always have a lot of strips like left over that are not really that like useful. Like I have lots of like strips that I save, but I want to be able to use them. So what I'm going to do, and I should have done this beforehand, I'm just going to cut these into like 1-inch strips, or if it's even like maybe we'll do like a 3/4-inch strips. So whatever strips you have left over, I want to do all the different colors too of this paper because they are so beautiful together. So and then you could even like mix in there, some 1/2-inch strips. This is gonna, those of you who like to, again, are more frugal, you're not gonna waste your strips. You can save them. I do with just this like nice, like this is nice, kind of more expensive paper. Now I'm cutting it right now just because I don't have the strips of this, but other paper I do, like I would have like tons of it. Oh, let's go back to this one. I'm gonna do another, let's do just a random one. Okay, so now we have strips of this gorgeous paper, so you're not gonna waste a single drop of it. I'll put that back aside. And I'm gonna go back to my frame. So now I'm going to just put glue from top to bottom, a little bit on the side, like that. And then here you go. You're just gonna start laying it down. You could even lay it down so that it's like, let's see here, I need a gold. You could lay it down so that it is not straight, like it could be crooked, that would be okay. And then I'm gonna put this down here at the end. Gives me just enough for a little bit of gold down here. See if there's any adhesive on that one. Not really, so I'll put some adhesive down there on that edge. There. All right, so I just covered that piece. And you could do this with like, now if you wanted to, you could run this through like your die cutting machine on, and then you'll get all this varied color. We already ran it through. So what I'm gonna do, this is how Ronda measures stuff. I can just flip it over And now I can just trim this all off. Guys, this card is, I think this card is so cool. And, all right, those of you who are taking my Creating for Christ for October, you're gonna get a whole pack of this paper. So now, I love to give you various purposes to be able to use that. There we go. And then I'll trim off this one. And what I love about this is now it's the perfect, look at that, voila. I need to put a little bit of, I didn't put enough glue up there in that little strip up here. And they're not all, oh boy, okay, there you go. They're not all the same size. I don't even know, like I just cut, again, you could use any strips. Isn't that really cool? So now let's come back to our frame. I am going to take some of our dimensionals and I'm going to use the edging of it. And we're going to put these on, because I want this to be popped up. Again, I'm sure all of you know, don't ever throw away those edges. I love the edges. I keep them just for like projects just like this. And I just keep on using them. There you go. So I'm gonna go kind of all the way around. These are perfect. Let's see. And I got one more edge to do because this is going to be, the frame is gonna be popped up. All right, so I need one more. There we go, one more right here. So it has enough. So we're gonna take the frame, and this is white on white. I think white on white is, again, very classy. It is, I love doing white on white cards. To me, it also feels, you know, if you're doing Christmassy, that feels good too. So we'll go to that, put our frame down on the front of our card. Try to not put my green fingers on it and get that centered there. And then now, look, this is gonna go in the middle of it. Isn't that stunning? It's so pretty. You can't hardly even see it. But so next I'm gonna take some of that. I'm gonna take the gold. Let's take our gold. You could use the soft seafoam too. You could use either of them. But I'm gonna use the gold, and I'm gonna wrap that around twice. So when you buy the kit, I'll put this gold and silver twine, or the gold twine in there for you. You didn't need any silver. I stuck to just the gold this time. So wrap that around twice. I'm gonna tie a knot first because this is slippery. I don't wanna drop it while I'm trying to tie it. And do that. There you go. And just tie that bow on there. And then kind of last but not least, we are going to get our greeting. And I'm using the punch, the Label Me Lovely punch. And I'm stamping, we're gonna go back to that Hope and Peace. And this one, I used the Tidings of Comfort and Joy. I stamped that right there and just punched it out. So, and we're going to put this on with dimensionals. Let's find one that actually has some on there. I've been using them so much. Try to keep my desk clean so you guys can see everything. We'll put this on there. There we go. This is a very simple card. Again, this is a way for you to use up just white and then like scraps. So I'm all about, you know, using everything you can. Definitely gonna use our Stampin' Seal Plus and put our glue back there. I can't wait. One of the things I love is to see your variations, because you could use any paper for this. I just wanted to use this paper, and it's gonna fit in here perfectly, because right, I assembled it to the piece that popped out. So here you go. This is another, again, I wanted to give you some really pretty, very, very pretty cards this time around. Every week I'll give you some different styles, and hopefully they're all always a simple style. Don't forget, we gotta use our Festive Pearls. And again, this one I could use a mixture of the gold and, I don't know if this will stick. Yeah, it sticks. And then some of those, it looks like seafoam, but we will just sprinkle on a couple of those. Well, that one, that's like a double. It's like when you get a double yolk when you are making eggs. There you go. And then we're gonna do, we'll just stick that one right there. All right. Okay, it's gonna be a hard choice. Okay, here's your 3 cards. 1, 2, and then 3. Go ahead, tell me which is your favorite. I know it's gonna be hard. That one doesn't have the, see that one I didn't have the pearls. I had to get a new thing of pearls. Literally, I have gone through this is like my 3rd thing of the festive pearls. And sometimes you can't tell that it has that there. All right, so you guys can pick which one's your favorite. Of course, when you order the class, you get 2, you'll get the supplies to make 2 of each of them. I know they are so stunning. I'm gonna take your compliments because I agree. They are like so beautiful. If someone sent this to me in the mail, I'd be like, wow, they are amazing. And this one looks really difficult. Like it looks like it took a long time. I think this was the easiest one, wasn't it? And you could use, again, any like strips that you have. This is actually super, super easy. The pine bow, yeah, the pine bow was also my favorite. I agree, but this one might be a close, I can't choose. So let's move on to our last project. Is going to be a gift card holder. It's really, really simple. This is one as well that I'm using this one's not traditional. This one's gonna be kind of non-traditional colors, but I am using a pack of paper that is only in the mini catalog. Let me show it to you. I think people think that it's just like Halloween because it's in the Halloween section, but it's not. I'm gonna use it for Christmas, but I would definitely recommend it for like birthdays, celebrations. It's black and white, so you can do anything with it for anybody. So I highly recommend you grab like this pack of paper. Look at the stars, so it could be for boys or girls or anybody. It is very, very, very useful. So I cut this to 5 by 12, and then you are going to score it. And I have these measurements somewhere, but it's all right. I think I have them in my mind too. You're gonna score at 1 1/4, and at 4, and at 8 1/4, and 10 3/4. Again, when you get the tutorial, all of that will be in there. So then I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm folding along all of those lines so it kind of like meets in the middle, see? So the bottom though, we wanna create a pocket. So the first thing I do is I'm gonna glue down that bottom flap. This is, by the way, I think I told you, I'm making a gift card holder. It is something that I absolutely make a ton of, and I make more, and I make more, and I use more. I love to either give gift cards, I do it for my children, for gifts a lot, it's all, so if you do, or even money. So I give money a lot too as gifts. But if you're going to be giving money or a gift card, you want to make it thoughtful, and how you make it thoughtful is by your packaging. So you put glue down the bottom sides, and then you create yourself a pocket. So that's where your gift card goes, or that's where your money goes. Also, what can go there is your, there you go. I cut a piece to go on the inside there. You want to make sure you keep your glue right to the edge. I got a little close. So we're going to, this is Melon Mambo. Again, this one's not a traditional Christmas colors, but I love it. Super fun. We are using the decorated pines stamp set. And all I'm gonna do on this one is I've got a Melon Mambo, stamp pad, and then a black stamp pad. I should have up here somewhere. I think I actually might have put it away. Arlena, do you mind grabbing me my Memento black stamp pad? Usually we just have one up here, but I don't see it. It's usually that's a permanent fixture. I do have Swedish fish up here, but I don't have a Memento black stamp pad. You gotta have priorities when you're stamping. All right, thank you. So all I'm gonna do, this is the inside of our gift card, and this is gonna be Christmassy. It could definitely be, different, because I'm gonna stamp on black, just this one. Oh gosh, there we go. We're gonna try that again. I'm gonna be a little bit more careful this time and actually take my time. There you go, so black. Oh boy, I can already tell I'm gonna make a mess too. And then the other one, we are going to, I'm gonna take my chamois, try to not touch too much of it. because I'm already really messy. And go to a different ornament. This one is like the icicle ornaments, and that one's gonna be in the melon mambo, just like that. So that's just on that inside piece, and we're going to glue it down to this piece of melon mambo, and that's where you would obviously write your message on the inside. So you would tuck that, and I need to use that again, but I'll come back to it. You're gonna tuck that with your little message that you wanna give, and then obviously you can also put your money or your gift card holder inside. Now this part folds it up, so it's kind of like a present, right? What I did do already was I ran through, this is also a little glitzy. This is our silver paper, which is sold in a pack of 3 different sheets. I think it's called silver foil. Oh, well, this one's silver foil, but it's, so you get 3 sheets of different shades of silver. I ran that through already. And then I also had a piece to go of white that I measured to go on this outside. It's someplace around here. I think I used it for, who knows where I have it. Let's see if it's inside. All right, we're just gonna cut it again, because I know it's 1 7/8. I cut this all the time. It's 1 7/8 by 3 1/4. That's what goes inside. Those of you know I love this scallop contour. I use it all the time. There you go. So that is the size that will go right inside there. See? Perfectly. 1 7/8 by 3 1/4. I do it all the time. We're gonna take the Merry Christmas, and we're going to take that with our Merry Christmas with our melon mambo. This is a fun pink card, and we're gonna just put that over here. Sweet. We're gonna glue this down. Those ornaments, like I love seeing them, yes, in the traditional green and the traditional, you know, all those colors, but look how fun they are. And also these, like this is pink. While I have my pad open, I am going to, we need to stamp an ornament. We're gonna do this, the same one, well, let's see, we could actually, let's do a fun one. We're gonna do this one. Let me just see if I have a die for it. If there's a die. There is, so sweet. We're gonna do this fun shape, kind of a fun funky. This is kind of a fun funky, I was like, oh, I thought I found it, but here, we're gonna take some scrap white. I need to go through the embossing, so I'm gonna take scrap white, and we're going to stamp this in black. So the detail is in black. I'm gonna clean it while I have it right here. And then the piece that goes behind it, there's like all these little like squiggles. I'm gonna do in the melon mambo. There, so look how cool that is, so cool. Can you guys see that? Well, it's upside down. There you go. So now we have, again, just a totally different kind of feel for the ornaments. I said, I am done stamping. So I'm putting the ink away, because last week I fought with the glue. Today I fought with the ink, and again, I keep losing. I don't like to lose. I'm very competitive. But they got me, that's for sure. All right, we're going to run that through really quick with our Stampin' Butt machine. You know, Stampin', the little mini Stampin' emboss machine, cut emboss machine. Hey, Jennifer said hello to Arlena. And Michelle Zigmund loves Swedish fish. Oh, everybody is talking about their candy. I do love candy when I am crafting. I try to not to, but I do love to have, and caramels are somebody else's favorite. Those are Jane's favorite. If I know to get to Jane's heart, I can buy her some caramels. Sometimes, like, she works when I'm not here, and I'll come back into my office and I'll have caramels just like sitting on my desk for me. So I love caramels too. All right, we're going to run this through. I'm just gonna hope it's lined up, guys. I'm not making any promises today. When you do it at home, you are gonna line it up awesome. Hey, I didn't do too bad, actually. Not too bad at all. All right, so let's move on. We're almost done. So, okay, last minute before we're almost done, don't forget that this is my second class. We're going to be doing 5, one every week for the next, well, now we have to this week plus 3 more weeks. I'm excited. I love Christmas. I love making all kinds of different, you know, again, not just cards. I do love making cards, but I also love doing a lot of different gift giving ideas too. So every week, these are called Christmas classes because we're not gonna focus just on cards. Like this one is our gift card holder. I made another one of these as a make and take for our retreat in a box as well. I thought I had it around here to show you. Oh, I did. I'll show that one to you too. So there we go. That, let's stick some of our, see now this one, I'm gonna use, these are supposedly red, but again, they totally look pink too. So I'm gonna use, look at how awesome these festive pearls are, which is why I've gone through them so quickly. And we'll just add on some of those. I need one more. Let's do one more silver. Look at that. It's like Christmas is just like blown up on here. And then we'll put that right on the front. So I'm gonna use dimensionals again for this. Here we go. I need to have like and I know you guys do, like when I'm looking for something, you're probably like watching, so you see it right when I see it too. All right, before I do that, I am gonna add some of the twine. I'm gonna wrap that around. This is the silver. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell right there. And we're going to, which is why I love to surround myself with people who are not like that. Actually, oh, you gotta glue this down too. Michelle Zigmund is on here. She is one of my longest time customers. And she's also my Hawkeyes. So her job is to catch all my typos and mistakes and all of my emails and tutorials. And so I so appreciate her Hawkeyes. I don't, I think I do, but I mess up too. But we all mess up. So it's good to have people that when you mess up, they've got your back, right? So I'll just tie that there. And then this is gonna go here. All right, we're almost done. I hope you guys loved this. Oh shoot, you wanna make sure that you put your dimensionals, you know, if you ever screw up with dimensionals, you know, this is my favorite thing, they just roll off. You just gotta kind of roll them. Now obviously if your fingers were clean, it would keep them nice and white. My fingers are dirty right now with a lot of ink, but I would just roll that off because I totally put dimensionals on the wrong side. You have to put them on the top. Look, see? One thing Rhonda is the master of fixing mistakes, because that's what we do in paper crafting. That's also why it's paper crafting. All right, okay. So don't forget you can share this video. You can just hit the little share button, and then that way a lot of people who love paper crafting or they want to, they'll see this adorable project. Look at that, and then they will just be so proud of you for, this is gorgeous, by the way. I don't think anybody could even see in person just how pretty it is. And then, so it's, again, if you're giving a gift card, this is like a presentation, and it doesn't take, it's only a half a sheet, well, it's by 5 of designer series paper, so it's very inexpensive for you to make. So they even get to untie it so it feels like a present, and they open it up, and then look there, voila. There is the little card that you'll fill out, and then there will be your gift card or your money inside too. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so glad that you joined me. I hope that you loved the cards and loved the gift card holder. Last time, if you would like these supplies sent to you, so you get 2 of each card, so 6 cards, and the supplies for the gift card holder. Your pattern of the paper might be slightly different, but it's gonna be from this black and white paper. You just have to place your online order between now, starting right now, through Monday at midnight. With a $35 order only, oh, thank you guys for the hearts, I love that. With a $35 order, you get the packet sent to you, and I'll send you just the pieces. I will cut the ribbon and put the ribbon in there. The pearls will not be in there. If your order is over $50 or more, then you're going to get the pearls included as a gift, as a part of your class. So thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you're on my email list. I just announced a Creating for Christ retreat, and it's already almost sold out. My email list always gets first notice, but I also will have a stamp camp coming up in a week. I will have more events that I do where I send the creativity to your door. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a great, great day, and next week I'll be back here again. Bye-bye.